Welcome everyone to today's live stream. Some more Eden crafters. And Timmy, of course, right here getting a neck scratch. Oh yeah. Oh, scratching that neck. Oh yeah. Get that spot right there. Oh, that good spot. Look at that. Oh yeah. There you go. Alright, you ready? Got your treat? Treat time. Treat time. I don't know why you need a treat. You already had eggs this morning. You got eggs for breakfast. Nice baked eggs. Oh, all right, fine. I'm gonna put it right here, and you gotta reach for it. And there he goes. So yes, more Eden crafters today. But first, announcement from MrSpicyGaming, the ones who created Planet Crafter. Let me just bring this up real quick. So happy new year. A little late because it did come out on the 15th. I didn't see this till this morning, so but they are going to continue work on Planet Crafter. We kind of knew this. We're getting updates. They're going to be releasing more quality of life improvements update, quality of life and improvements update, and then after that, a free moon sometime before the end of the year. So does not say in 3 months, doesn't say 6 months, but of course last time they said one of the updates or the DLC, it was like I was expecting probably another 3 months for the DLC to come out, and then boom, the DLC's out. So but that's a free update, so you know we're gonna get a moon to complement toxicity, which is what I've been expecting they'll do anyway. But we did get a minor update coming from this. So, what we got is a new creature on toxicity, especially. So you guys still get the DLC, but the Dogots, this little guy right here, you find on the wild purified toxicity. So you got to purify it first. There's also some new decoration tables. You find the blueprints in the research center lockers. We got 2 new caves to toxicity in the mining pit once we drain the water all the way down. You know, that's the big research center. Pretty sure that's talk about the research center because you got the big drill down there. And what we had was the cave for looked like an osmium cave. So we got 2 new caves to explore. New animal effigy, probably do with the Dogots. And then a few other issues. Now, one thing I want to point out, let me find where it said it. Oh, yeah. Warning for mod users. You may have to upgrade BepInets in order to avoid crashes with the new version. And it's got a link for finding out stuff. That's talking about the new minor update, not saying for the quality of life improvement update. This is talking about the new update that just dropped 2 days ago. Always good to go and update your BepInets anyway every now and then, but if you are seeing a problem because you're running mods, you may have to update your BepInets if it's too old of a version. Of course, just go get that off of Nexus Mods, and if you're looking at my guide videos and such, always link to like the mods that I use. So, you know, just go there. Most of them I do get off Nexus Mods just because it's easier. But there's also a lot of them you get from Equinox GitHub directly. But those typically, the more stable ones are the ones that get put also to GitHub or to Nexus Mods. But the BepInets you'll find through the Nexus Mod side. So yeah, if you do see issues with the new minor update, and again, I didn't see it till this morning, so we're still sticking with Eden Crafter today just because it's not really a lot of new stuff added here to justify a 3-hour foray into the game to look at it. But yeah, if you need it, go do your BepInets update. And let's get this brought back over. Good afternoon, Felonious. How's it going? I'll go ahead and get ready, make sure, because I want to give it a chance for this to load in, because for some reason Eden Crafters is the one game that seems to take forever for OBS to pick it up when I launch it. Like, still waiting on it to pick it up. At some point OBS is going to recognize, there we go, okay, It seems like it has to be actually in the gameplay for it to pick it up. So we are good to go there. So yeah, we're gonna do a bunch of building today because I'm getting a feel for how certain things are going to work, or how I expect they're going to work based on comparison to other games like Satisfactory. So I got some things in mind on what I want to do, and I've done some nice little improvements since last live stream to make this kind of a little bit easier to go. Timmy has finished his main treat, so he's now working on his bully stick, the tough one that's down from, like, you know, it's like that long, and it's now down this long. Hey, can I have that? Can I have it? Can I have a bite? Can I nibble on it? Can I nibble it? Let me look, can I nibble it? Can I nibble it? Please, please. Said no. It's his treat. All right, I'm gonna let him do his treat, and we are gonna get rolling with the game. And there we go. All right, so you know, so we got this going, and last stream I did the warehouse. We did the tier 1 or version 1 warehouse. I think it was called version 1 on this game, not tier 1. Oh, T1, okay, and T2. So we did the T1 warehouse. Nice, lots of storage. You can access it, things other places for building. T2 boosted my stack size. Now my concern here is when I take out one of these, like if I just want to move it, does it immediately cause all my stacks that are, say, 50 per stack, so it's only dropped to 40 because I don't have room? Or is it just say there's no more room in this container? We're gonna find out, because I have got 2 tier 2 warehouses, and while I've got a few pieces of cement in there, most of it is still in there, and I have done a complete filled this, or almost filled it up. We'll fill it up. Actually, I should do it from here. That way, yeah, there it goes. So that's gonna fill up, and I've actually completely cut this off. That, what's in there right now, is the last of it. That's gone. I'm about to cut this back, and we're gonna do something different here. So this production is the final production for all of this. No more concrete from this spot. So I'm just gonna take a bunch, and we're gonna do some building, because I basically, this feels kind of big already, but it's not actually that big really in the end, granted for the amount of space I have. But I want to turn this into like my big production area and kind of a playground. I need a place to kind of toy with stuff. Oh, that's burn through that, but I still got plenty. Okay, we got enough for doing that. I've got water going in to do the carbon fiber. I think I'm gonna leave that for right now. I do need to expand out, but I'm gonna kind of leave that corner. And there we go. So all right, so now going this way. Let's see, that was 3. It puts it 5. Yes, because that was 5. So then, so that's the problem. Sometimes it doesn't want to go quite the way I want. So 20 more. So 25 spots out. Oh, oop. Okay, I need to pick that up. Just giving myself markers so I can keep count, make sure I'm kind of keeping it fairly even around the little roadway. And you see right now I've got, oh, I had 2,700 concrete or cement right now, and you see how quickly this goes. Like, just for what I'm extending right here, I am burning through that cement fast. Which is why I have so much. waiting to be used. That's why I've got so much here. And why I've got something new in place to take over for this. So I'm just gonna grab what I can, because that's okay. That's filled to there, so good. I'm kind of working my way from the back so it gets up to there, to also what's going in here. And one thing I don't like with the, I mean, I kind of like because of the way it's done, mechanic wise, it does require you to still, you know, like you go into connection point 1, it still is going to require you to split to another connection. So I originally had thought about kind of moving this back and doing a split into the 3-way splitter that would then split to a 2-way splitter on each side and give me 1 feed into 5 slots basically on the warehouse. But I decided on a better approach than doing that over here. So yeah, we're gonna work on that in a moment. All right, I gotta get this side expanded out. High temperature. Need my air conditioning. Okay. Let's kind of see where I got that. Okay, right to about here. That works. Alright, so it's just somewhere along here. And it's 25 out. Yep. Okay. So, Felonious, how's it going? So far, you're the only one chatting, so you're gonna have to be talkative today. Okay, so I'm just gonna deal with the temperatures for right now. There is a limit in the number of blocks it will place at one time, even if you've got the materials. Because you see, if I drag it out here, I can go way out. But as soon as I start to go into a certain length here, see it cuts back. So it's 25 by 32. Somewhere in that value is the limit I can actually produce a single construction on. Let's take all these. And we're gonna finish this. I gotta clear all of this out so we can then go and put to use my other little area that I want to do. Now let's just see how big this is now. Not a lot bigger. I mean, that's... Oh. Let me check, see if that... it shows like a little blip on the edge here, like I did it slight... it did go slightly over on one side. I did not mean to do that. Alright, so, all right, well, you know, get it to go in the right direction. 3 times 48. So I got that as a count. 3 times 48, 144. 25 times 30. Okay, so there may be a limit on the way it goes in a certain direction. But 3 times 48 would be 144, which makes sense. 12 times 12. And maybe also because it's getting kind of to the edge of that range. Okay. I was thinking of this for a road, but this may end up being like a train station spot where the train goes through at different points and drops off stuff. Because I am going to be unlocking that for sure today. I plan on unlocking that today. Okay, let's just start clearing from the downstairs ones. That should be... Okay, there's the last of those. That's good. There goes those. I should be getting a little close to the actual area where I need to put another water purifier in, and apparently I am so far out now I can't go. Okay, I'll have to go over here. The drone does not have that much range, unfortunately. I know there is no lip on this side that has it, okay, that's interesting. I'm going 90 by, I mean, it's increasing the amount, but it's not actually increasing the amount. It says by 6, but it's actually by 5. See, that's weird. I don't think I've had to do that. Oh, I got an extra lip on this side. Oh, no, it don't. It's okay. The visual distance is causing it to look like it's got an extra piece on the end. It should be, oh, 87. I did not. Something didn't measure right. How did I not measure correctly on this side? Or, oh, I think I did it from here, not from the right. Yeah, I did not do it from the right spot. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna fill this in because this is, yeah. All right, we'll just go ahead and fill this in, or those. And so that is my stopping point. So I need 25. Yeah, that makes sense because it was 3 short. All right. And now, oh, I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to break the boulder there. No, I was trying to click to grab this and it just went right outside of that. So the boulder is now destroyed completely by accident. Did not mean that. And now it's letting me build, look at that, 3 by 66. That's 198. Yeah, 198 blocks. So there's no rhyme or reason to the maximum number of blocks it will do. It just seems to be based on, I guess, something with the terrain or the area. I don't know. That's weird. So we're gonna let that go. So I'm just gonna try to take some of this and go ahead and get it tossed in here if I can get around. There we go. It's really interesting that it you know, it will only feed into the one row based on that input position, but it will also still act like a regular inventory and fill up the rest of the space when you dump stuff in. Let's just do that. Okay, and that's full. That should be full on everything. Yep, okay. So that's This one's just gonna do this. That's okay. The last of that right there, which is fine. It's just not sending anything because it doesn't need anything. So yeah, I want to finish this off as much as I just want to get it completely used up. No more cement on anything, and then we'll go do the first showcase of what I got done. So just under. Well, that can't be right. I mean, I shouldn't have an odd number like that. Let's see. Yeah, I can get 90 by 5. And that's it. Oh, what? I'm literally in the middle. And I was able to get it from that side, but not this side. That is... What? Okay. That doesn't make sense. It shorts my range on one side, but not the other. One direction, but not the other. Now it's working again. Yeah, they need to work on the targeting part of the just placement in general. It's not the drone, it's just in general. Building and doing that is very flunky right now. Let's see, 90 times 5. That'd be 36. So that'd be 450. I literally need 1. And that should be getting stuff into the warehouse right now. Oh, no, it's not because of that. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That will cover me for the rest of it. Because it goes from the bottom of the inventory and not the top. Which for that sort of situation to me would make sense to go from the top to the bottom of the inventory. That way, you know, it keeps feeding in as it's used, but it's not doing that. All right. We're basically gonna get the rest of this out. I'm just gonna dump it in here. Actually, yeah, we'll do this just to get stuff in here because I need to clear some of this. There goes the last of that. All right. So yes, I am going to let this finish. Last little bit. And once that's done, we are going to take this. We're going to go for a little flight. Short little trip. There we go. Okay. I could go ahead and use it here, but it's enough. I can easily carry it. Please tell me there's not going to be a tsunami or other disaster that destroys the platform. At this point, I would be, oh, so irate if that happens. At this point, for the amount of resources I put into just the platform, I would probably quit the game and say I'll come back at full release once they fix that problem. So yeah, what we're doing, we're going over here. If I can remember the exact place for it, because oh wait, no, that's right, I didn't do it here. I was going to build over here. I started looking for something fairly close, and there's some nice rock formations here. I want something kind of out of the way where there's no other major resources, and well, I couldn't find the terrain I liked right there. I didn't want to do the steamroller yet to go start flattening out a big chunk. So I decided to come flying over to my other places that I have. And, oh, I'm too far over that way. I feel like at least in the ship, a mini map would help. So here's my little southern spot, or southernmost little encampment that's just to produce oxygen and water, you know, cleaning, all that. And I came over here, nice, fairly flat area, and big boulder right here with a lot of space to build on. And of course I did do some exploring, and let's see, where was it? There was something specific. Oh, there it is. Oh, and here's one. It's in there. Phosphorus. I found phosphorus. This is one of the things I was seeing I still need to find as of last time. Well, I found it right over here from that little starting area. It's down in this area, or side of the kind of mountaintop area. Hey, Jenny. Thanks for joining in. So yeah, a little bit of loose phosphorus over here means I might find a phosphorus deposit someplace over here, but I came over here for the specific reason of building a new setup for cement production, because I'm going to need a lot of cement. So what I've got is a warehouse, and it's just a tier 1 warehouse. So I'm not worried about boosting my storage capacity with these. This is just for tier 1 storage, simple. So what happens is I have not hooked them up yet, but they're apparently in range enough that they are able to get power. It's already been producing. I was thinking of originally using that as my control for when to start it, but no. And you see also how it generated the terrain underneath my little warehouse there. But 2 advanced miners produce 120 per minute, I think. They go into a splitter, which splits to 2, goes into 2 forges. Each one's set to the cement recipe. That even though it says 0 of 3, it only uses 1 right now, so there's a bug. And then you have 2 more 2 mergers that take the output and combine them into 1. So I've got the faster, production rate of 2. It was just easier to go this way and try to split them. So what happens in each side, the merge line comes to a 3-way splitter, and that feeds straight into number 3, and then the 2-way splitters on sides feed into 1, 2, 4, and 5. And it's on both sides, so I have 2 warehouses with equal feeds to every single line in the warehouse. The point being that it's going to feed evenly across everywhere and go all the way until the cement is full in both warehouses. And these are warehouses, so I can access it from anywhere when I want to build. So that is 9 stacks right now of 40 cement. If I had done these as tier 2 warehouses, I'd be 50 per stack. I think 50 was the limit, it said. But that's where I'm going to kind of like worry about that later. So right now I've got this. That's going to start giving me, you watch, you see my cement count going up. So I can literally now go anywhere and build with cement while it's just being crafted over here, and I don't have to worry about it. So that gets the cement production completely out of my sight, out of mind. I just let it go. And, we're not focusing on worry about cement production anymore. It's done. It's taken care of. Now I can just let it do its thing. Which means now I can focus on actually trying to remodel this area a bit. First, we are going to consume what I can on this cement as I keep building. 450, it was 90 by 5 I get, so I'm assuming it would, you think, let me do my inventory first, but I could be wrong on that. See, now this side is working and the other side is not. Again, very weird on how, like, in some case, like, okay, see, now I can see on this side, but not there. Like, I can... What? I literally cannot target that to build. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do it this way. Just, you know, extra step. Yeah, the building, the targeting stuff is definitely broken at the moment. Oh, I don't have enough. Yeah, okay. Well, I got at least part of it. So let's see if it's 5. How broken that part is. If you get too short, then it's like, oh, you want to go the other direction, right? The other orientation. It really should just be a like a thing that you lock the orientation when you're trying to build it. We'll let that go. I can finish that in a moment. You know, like Empyrean, you have the different axis that you're going to use for when you turn it. You rotate the axis, so you can say, okay, I'm going to rotate this way, rotate this way, rotate can't remember which the other one, but there's like, you could choose which axis you want to use when you're rotating, and it gives you that control. And this is not doing that. It's just choosing for you, and choosing very poorly. We're going back over here because I did some looking, kind of land, search as quick as I could, and then jump back in the ship. And well, I found another location. So right over there, yeah, that was where I was building before, or mining before. So now I've got this spot that is close by, and close enough that it's sharing power from that location. That was the whole point of this. Osmium ingots. Right here. Osmium spot. Boom. There's another osmium spot there that I found. I didn't really find any others, but that was outside of the power range. So here I don't have to worry about producing additional power infrastructure. And so now I can't even remember what it was I needed that for, but I've got osmium ingots. Now, I want to say I found a couple of osmium spots. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Where was it? It was somewhere over through some other spots. I was looking around in here because I was looking up there for like the, I figured maybe some rocks there, you know, it might be a good boulder spot and I could find stuff. Maybe I didn't find it there. Oh, osmium deposit, that's right up there, along with sulfur deposit. Though I've got sulfur deposits at home, so yeah, I was gonna build on top of the little mountain area, flatten it out, but the there's just too many resources there. I was kind of wanting to find a place that had little to no other drillable resources around. Now I gotta figure out what it was I needed the osmium rods for. That's what happens when you don't play for a few days. Oh, I know. Okay, yeah, I gotta find. Oh no, it was I think the research base was what it was, or maybe it was, yeah, I need osmium ore to dump in. I probably should grab that. Oh yeah, there we go, osmium ingot. Okay, I should grab some osmium ore from the drill there. That's what I was forgetting. Okay, so I need that for that. I don't know what else I need it for. And then go in there. And I'm supposed to do something with the radiations spots. I'm not sure on that, but we've got Terraformation 3, I would like to see the terraformation part made more prominent. This is much more just it takes a back, ground status with this. You're more focused on the production, like a Satisfactory. It's really like you don't even have to make the terraforming like a big thing right now. And it could still be like we're just copying Satisfactory mostly. Like the Planet Crafter copy part of it is very minimal in terms of actual implementation in the game. But I got to establish a research base there with maybe it was the reinforced compartment that I was needing that for. No, steel alloy. What was it I needed that for? I can't remember now. Maybe osmium drills. I'm gonna need to make those at some point, I'm sure. We need to do a vehicle today. I need to do like at least I think maybe a steamroller. Cooling module, yeah, okay, I did not do the cooling module, so that will help. Rotor 6 advanced filters. What is the advanced filters? Advanced filters. That is not there. Okay, advanced filters made in another thing. Oh, roof window. Analyzer. I feel like those could have been done together as one. And the vehicle hanger is kind of a nice touch. So I kind of want to get stuff moved onto the platform to a degree today. But I need to have some idea of where things are going to go. Okay, so alloy forge. Carbon. All right, I got that going. That's doing the carbonite stuff for me to do the conveyors. Carbon fiber. Okay, so where does the advanced filter come into play? Maybe I'm supposed to do the unlock first on this. So let's go back and get some osmium ore. Actually, oh yeah, I've got enough to finish it, but don't have to finish it yet. See, that was feeding, oh yeah, cobalt. And then that's rubber stuff. Definitely gonna move the warehouses a bit. Trying to decide how I want to do that. Because we've got splitters, but I haven't seen a smart splitter yet. Like you get in Satisfactory, where you can choose a certain item that goes through. And it's been long enough that I can't remember on Orebound if it was already built in with the smart splitter thing, or I had to do something special for that. And I crash. Again, don't let me fly your spaceship. I will not do very well. Especially at high speed. Alright, let's see. I need is 100 osmium ore. Put that in there. Okay. Yeah. Maybe that'll give me the advanced filter. So Jenny, how's it going? What are you playing on right now? Star Rupture? Something else? actually start to see my structure over there in the distance. Yeah, I'm gonna build the structure there across the whole lake. It's gonna cover the lake before I'm done on this one. I may even have like a road that drives from some point, road that connects out like north, south, east, west kind of thing. So I'll have one that goes, like it'll go up here, and then I'll have a road that goes this way. Road goes this way, connecting all the way across, one that goes all the way over here. Just one long road, you know, for driving. No. You have to redo your base area. Problem with the game like that, and like this, you know, is as you unlock stuff, as you continue to upgrade things, you really kind of get where it's like you're constantly, you know, needing to change stuff. It's like Satisfactory. I always kind of like, okay, I'm just going to get a very, like, here's a flat platform. I'm just going to throw some stuff on it and try to get things upgraded to like a minimal level, specifically for doing, you know, just getting me stuff going kind of thing. Not like, oh, I gotta have it done like this or like that. Just doing like very minimal stuff to get it going. And then as I get to like that certain point where it's like, I figure like there's a sweet spot that you're like, oh, now I can, you know, go and build me a larger, more capable facility for, say, iron and copper production. And not have to worry about going any further. Oh, that's right. I forgot I did set this up. I don't remember if I did this during the stream or not, but I've got a whole bunch of gears and glass panes and circuit boards prepared. So I don't have to worry about them. I could go dump them into storage. I kind of did that to help fix some things. Phosphorus, that's right. I need to get some phosphorus. So we're gonna go over here and look for it. Yeah, at least with I hadn't made it far enough in Star Rupture to see yet, but at least with Satisfactory, it wasn't too long before you could get the vertical connectors, which are absolute, like, just saving grace in certain cases. I like using the vertical connectors probably more than I should in some cases. I'd like the idea of, you know, I've seen people do their designs where they have walkways and they'll be like, you just have this whole conveyor feed system everywhere and it just goes all along the floor. And it's like, to get around, you have to jetpack over stuff, or you have to you know, build walkways. And I'm not a fan of that. I like a cleaner walking space. So my last big game save I did on Satisfactory right before they did full release, my factory stuff, like, yeah, I had some places where it was on the ground level, and I ended up just finally getting tired of having to jump around things, so I redid it to make it so that everything was like would come out, go in a vertical conveyor, and then from there then go along different tracks along the ceiling, so I didn't have to worry about bumping into stuff, and I could keep it kind of cleaner. And I sat there and literally, for my major storage system at my main base, like all the storage, getting sorting and everything, I thought again and again. I spent more time thinking it and planning it out than I spent building the stupid thing and trying to get everything work with the logic. That's one reason why I burn out on Satisfactory so readily, is like, to do like what I want, I end up spending more time in the planning and thinking part of it than I do in the actual gameplay itself. And that's like, okay, this is, you know, this is taking the fun away from it if I'm having to do that much thinking about it. That's why I don't worry about doing a super complex system in terms of a factory build out. That's why I typically don't really focus on factory management style games. Especially if they go like overboard with it. So I know how much I've got right now. I'm not gonna worry about looking. I'm just grabbing phosphorus. And I'm hoping to find a phosphorus deposit, which I'm not finding yet. What is that? Basalt. Rock. Rock. All right, I'm going up along the ledge here. Seriously not seeing like a deposit looking thing. That's a big one. That was like basalt right there. But I'm not seeing anything that looks like a smaller deposit kind of thing, like the little flat with the big stone in the middle. I think I would have a phosphorus one like that, but I may not find that here. It may just be a case of need to find everything loose on the ground, and then I drilled. Now we did unlock a drill, a mining vehicle. Now, tunnel drill, used to dig tunnels. Kind of like the idea of digging my tunnel through there. Just to say I did. Oh, looks like that side has gotten full. Yeah, or something broke. I don't know why one side would have filled up so much faster. Oh, okay, that must be... No, it's not filling up. Why is it not filling up? Conveyor... What? All right, look. Entry. That's it. Exit. Why is this not going? Is that like a visual artifact that's not actually producing? Nope, they're producing. This side is doing nothing. Is that's a merger? Yes. Entry, entry, exit. You know what? I wonder if it's a power thing. I may not have enough power active over here to cover for it. Fine, I'll just do it like this. Even if that's not it, you know, it's more power. Why is this broken? There's no sense to this. Why is this broken? I mean, that literally works to the point of it outputting stuff. Like, it's producing items. The conveyors are not working. Why are the conveyors not working? Do I have to do like this just to kick? All right, fine. You know what? There. I mean, I got an upgrade to better tier. Did it not like the connector, even though it was like up to here where it stopped? It does not like my curves. Well, I'm sorry. I'm just built that way. Saying I need to lose some weight and watch my curves. That was stupid. That was really stupid. Well, I got power boosted, so I'm good on that. Let's just see how I'm doing. 1200. All right. Where is it? Conveyor tier 3 osmium alloy. Okay, so I've got osmium production. Obviously osmium ingot. Alloy to me says it's a combination. So merging two parts together, maybe. Nope, not that, but and I don't see the advanced filter either. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let's I don't think it's gonna make the item, but we're gonna check over here anyway. And I can finish building up over there a bit. Advanced filters. Okay, graphene or coal. Coal or graphene. Graphite. Okay, so I can do and get some graphene, and then we'll just do a few filters there. So I can go pick up some more graphene in a minute. Oh, I need to go dump off the sulfur too when I get back over there. I forgot to do that. But, oh. Let's get this done. There we go. Nice and matching. Go ahead and get this side. Another 90 by 5. So it should be 400. And again, it's like, no, you can't build there. You can't target there. They really got to fix that. Next update should be fixing that stuff. No more planets added. No more map stuff. It should be fix these very dumb flaws. $90 by 5. All right. That might be. Well, that's big enough for now. But I mean, that. What do you think? I can get all the way to here now that that boulder is gone, so I can clear all that. Clear that after I go get these filters done. And I figure out about the alloy. Wait. There was a thing. Alloy forge. Okay, so I'll have to do an alloy forge. So we're going to get that going after this. I'm just going to, yeah, move that out. Move that out. I should have enough. Get some carbon. I'll figure out how to do the coal, because I'm assuming you should be able to automate the coal part of it. Yeah, terraforming needs major improvements on this. Not just to make it more to the forefront if the whole point is Eden crafting, but like, why is the terraformation only happening in one small pocket at a time? Like, oh, there's enough oxygen here for trees, but that oxygen is not diffusing into the rest of the atmosphere. You know, Planet Crafter did it right. This is not being handled right. I need to go over here. May need to redo my osmium setup. Basalt, not worried about that. We're gonna get this. Graphene. I'll grab basalt while I'm here. I think I have too much already, but whatever. I'm here. We'll grab it. Oh, now I'm losing control again. Feels like the ship, I've seen it already where it kind of does this wiggle, like it goes to the left a little bit, goes to the right a little bit, goes left, goes right. But it does seem like it's almost actually veering in one direction, like continuously. Like just keeps going in one direction. Like I'm not actually... Like, I'm not looking at it straight when it flies. It's looking at it from, like, slightly offset, which causes it to veer in a certain direction. And, yeah, I'm out of room. Okay. That's why I am going to... do this. That's why we also need the vertical connectors, like big time. What am I doing? Yeah. Because I need to be able to go like that. Okay, going this way. Oh, come on. Really? Really need to fit some of these flaws. There we go. That'll keep me taken care of on that. Let's do the sulfur before I forget. Or phosphorus, sorry. Quantum processor, great. And ruby ore. I have a bunch of ruby ore. I have some ruby ore. Corrected. Hot regions. Well, I need to get my protection going then. So, oh, cargo spaceship. All right. Does that mean this is not a cargo ship? It doesn't have cargo, so that cargo ship gets way more. There. Actually, cargo spaceship across the planet. Kind of seems like what I'm already doing. So I'm assuming that's going to be a lot more. I guess, depends on if it's faster or slower, whatever. Might be time to build one, see if it's worth an upgrade. Also, question, see if it has a pickup delivery component. Like, can it pick up items and then automatically transport them? Like a drone in Satisfactory. Okay, there goes that. I figure I'm gonna... Ooh, yeah, let me let that run for a second while I check this, because I know I've got some in here. Okay, so yeah, 2.5 stacks will work. And that, yeah, I think that was, I only need 4, I think. Well, that's fine. I need to bring some more supplies over for some other stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna let that make a bunch of advanced filters. Should be done with that right now. I think I'm gonna... We gotta build a base over here anyway. So I'll build a base. I'll move based on that size. If I put it kind of dead center, I should be able to, well, I gotta kind of guesstimate on this. Based on where that is, those, maybe closer to the osmium deposit, I might be fine. I could do that, and I'm just gonna build some stuff over there to help with that. Let's see. I gotta cool myself down. Oh, jetpack! Ship engine, AI chip. All right, 6 rotors, 2 filters. Rotor. Let's just take it. Great. Go. Cooling me down. Finally, I can be nice and chill again. I got an AI chip. Can't remember what I made the air one for, but I got that. So I need 2 ship engines. Obviously, we'll need to make those anyway for something else. Where's the ship engine? There. Fast rotor. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's where some of my ruby ore went. Alright, I need to do 2 ship engines. Ceramic component, I remember seeing that out there. Still alloy, I still got get that kind of worked out. Okay. Alloy thing, I'm still, yeah, I gotta do that. And I get it to go where I want. Alright. Insulation layer, let me just make sure. Okay, gold ingot, I got gold. I think I did that already, making some stuff for that. So, alloy forge, gold wiring, plated connector. Let me look that up too. I saw that. Gold wiring, gold ingot, rubber, not a problem. Gold ingot, copper ingot, not a problem. Yeah. Gold wiring already. I have no gold ingot. I have 1 gold ore. All right, let's go grab some gold from my spot over there. And also, we'll need to make some more for that one too. So, yeah, this is where we gotta really get into some more complicated stuff. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Because in some cases, you know, you want to build something remote that you just go pick stuff up, bring it back, and do more refining at your base. In other cases, you want to have it where you are. What the heck? Did I have an outpost? Oh, not an outpost, but like a production thing over here somewhere. Did I take that out? Don't remember doing that. Where was that? Was it over the... I thought it was in this little drop down, but maybe it was over this way. There it is. Oh, the power light was, or icon was obscured by, of course, the gold icon. Okay. I don't need to upgrade this yet, but... Okay, insulation layer. I'll take a couple of those. There we go, take some of those. That's going back to work. Could always be improved upon, but it's good enough for right now. Yeah, I don't want to have to rebuild every, like, 30 minutes because I unlocked something else. I need to go and rework the way things are laid out, so... Let's see. What was it? 4 gold wire. I got that. The 10 plated connectors. Okay. Copper ingot. It's up the hill. And it's 2 copper ingot per connector. So I need just 20. That's not a problem. Really need to redo that a bit. That probably is the best one to start with. Is kind of do a new setup for copper, but at the same time I've got a few other places I could expand on for copper. Come on, do want to get a steam. Well, steamroller does say flatten the terrain. It may destroy deposits if it does that. I would think that would be what it would do. I think I need to do some, get a scanner going then. 10 of those. So. Can't pin the recipe while I'm crafting. Okay. Phosphorus. Okay, I do need advanced filters for the catalytic converter. And some phosphorus. I'll have to go find some more phosphorus. So I do need a way to hopefully scan for a phosphorus deposit. So let's get over here and put this in place. Honestly, I don't even want to worry about doing walls on this right now, because if I build using this, that's going to take so much in the way of resources to do it. So, I mean, considering what I'm making right now, yeah, I don't want to deal with that. So I'm just going to do this. And right now, it looks like all we've got is... Nope, there is a water part. What? Oh, in and out. Okay, so yeah, I do need water. Come from this. Or to this. You know what? Let's just build it real quick. We'll put it into use here. I think. And I now have railway and double track railway. It seems like I would get those at separate points. Oh yeah, let's look at the alloy recipes at least. Osmium alloy, yeah. Floor panels. Okay, that sounds like foundation. Basalt concrete, which I do have, I just don't have it in the storage there. That looks more like that. I mean, that... Huh. That might be more useful than what I've been doing. Oh, alright, yeah. Steel alloy, iron ingot, and graphene. Okay, so I got graphene right here. I still got use for that. So, and then osmium and gold. Gold and phosphorus. So obviously I've got to be able to find phosphorus. Right now I need those. So this is going to come out in a moment. When this fills up. Locomotive. I'd hope I get the locomotive for the railway. And a train station kind of seems like a logical thing to get. That is not part of that. So logistics. There we go. Railway. Double railway. So 2 directions. I mean, if you want to do one track that just goes in a circuit, or if you want to have it where they can go either way, you know, got those options instead of like Satisfactory having to build 2 separate ones. I still like the idea of in Satisfactory you just build 2 separate ones, because there's no reason to have double like that. You know, just build 2 separate ones. But if you want them to track together for some reason, I guess that helps. Every train will change direction upon reaching it. Buffer stop. So you put it at the end of a rail and they'll go in reverse. Okay, that's interesting. And my cement is full now. Okay, I am about to do some cleanup on this. That works. Nope. Okay. Nope. Fine. test time. I want to test something. And it's going to possibly involve breaking things. But better to do it now than later. Okay. Taking this whole setup out. My mess of conveyors because we don't have verticals. And the conveyors definitely get wonky over a distance. So I'm having to do a lot of moving things around type of deal. All right. Just for the moment, I'll dump that in there. I'm not going to worry about feeds on these. I just want to get these kind of moved over a bit. Sort. There's that. Take this out, and I'm going to relocate this one kind of more along this edge here. Also, I guess I go ahead and fix this now. Go. Okay, that side is completely flushed out. And sort. Okay. Over here, out of the way. I will say one thing I don't like is when I go in the drone, it automatically turns on the flashlight. And then it basically turns my flashlight on when I exit the drone. That should not be connected. So again, I'm not going to worry about doing anything other than having them placed there. And that means I should be able to line this one up right up to that. So once that is finished. Okay, my stacks did not suddenly decrease. It did not split them up to make it work. So the stack size stayed. It's just I can't stack any larger than that if I was to put stuff in. So if I take that out right now, it's still a stack of 40. Even, well, maybe it's counting because that's already as it being built. And it's counting it as, you know, available. Okay, I'm going to put this stuff in here. Okay. Kind of start filling in again how I've got certain things. I was basically going to make these into warehouses for me to supply other stuff as needed. You know, like, oh, hey, I need some gears. Well, I've already got them in there. Insulation. Well, not the copper. That, yeah. Those. And that goes there. Okay. Pretty sure that was it, but let me double check. Yep. Take this one out too. And you know, I should be fine if I just match it up in terms of that. Yes, did not create any artificial ground behind it. And now look at all this room for activities. Okay. Again, it's not taking inputs at the moment. I can do it that way where I could get, say, oh, hey, I'm going to, you know, have something ship across to here, some iron, and I'm producing the iron. It goes in there, or iron, you know, for iron plates and rods to go in there. I can use that as an option to split it up because I'm just using this mainly to give me building supplies so I don't have to worry about collecting things. You know, I love being able to just go and build, not have to worry about not have to worry about getting like the certain set of supplies. That's why I like the Easy Craft and such mods. Okay, take that out. Okay, so now we're gonna do gem cutter. Okay, getting kind of into the vibe of okay, I'm gonna take those. I think I'll move that over here. I need a car just for driving back and forth over on the platform now. Satisfactory's got that little scooter thing. Let's get that. Let's have just a little, you know, if you play Satisfactory, it's like a little one seat, cramped as can be. You get in and it's like, how did you fit in there? It's like a clown car. Little scooter vehicle that lets you drive around your base floor, shop floor, the factory floor. And it seriously looks like, how did that person fit in there? It's a clown car sized vehicle, part of the haha aspect of it. I need something like that here so I could just hop in and scoot right over, scoot back. Okay, that comes out now. I guess easier to take that out. So this, because I have, you see, I've got two inputs here. So I'm going to do, well, I got two inputs from the sides. So how I want to do, I need to, I'm just going to do two containers along each side. And be easier to go like this. Like that. There we go. Okay. Not lined up all fancy, but it works. Then the forge, go here. And just because I've got more than enough supplies for it, we'll do that. And the pipage. Water pipe. There. Yeah, water pipes are the ones I really don't like having to build around in games like this. Okay, how much water does it need? 300. So I'm not producing enough water now. Why do I keep getting stuck with like lower quality stuff? Like, seriously, that's like, how do I not have a better pump now? Is that it? Nope, nope, that's the ground fertilizer. Where's the better pump? Geothermal plant. Okay, using the heat, so volcanic and mesa regions providing optimal output. Interesting. So I guess I can go build that in the hotter area. And look, it's 800 to 1400 versus 22 to 90. But resist extreme conditions. Does not resist extreme conditions, but is meant to be built in extreme conditions. Not sure on that one, but okay. Yeah, we don't have a better water pump right now. And I don't have a better pipe hub thing either, so... frustrating. This is all frustrating. Okay, you know what? We're taking these out. They're going to the shoreline. I'm tired of this. That way I can build the rest of that out. Actually, I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, now I'm not going to build anything lower, so they can stay right here. I wish they would just go on top, because it seems like they should. Oh, does not like the end. Right there. Okay. And need some more rotors. No rotors. Cable and rubber belts. I got rubber. Oh, there's some. Oh. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab that then. There. Now I'm kind of wanting to, you know, granted I got most of the stuff here. I kind of want to, yeah, hurry up and get, after I get this started with the alloy, I want to see about getting that cargo ship. I want to see how much it carries, but also does it allow any kind of automation on its own, like go pick up and bring back? Is there like a dock loading thing I get like once I build it, or is it just it's a ship with more storage? Because a ship with more storage, it'll be disappointing. But at least, you know, means I could build larger setups at some of these outposts, well, remote areas, and then go and collect a much larger amount of supplies to bring back and then dump into the tier 2 warehouses. I'm thinking I'm about to just go ahead and build like a container feed into each of the sections on those, so I can split it up into 10 specific items, or at least the first one split it into, these are core items. I will make sure I have them in there. Give me a reason like, oh, hey, look, this is a core item I need right now. Let's go ahead and fill it up. And at least this one, and then throw the randomized more stuff over there. There. Oh, filters. Still have more filters. Since I had not enough rotors, I'm assuming that means I did not have this many of these before. Yeah. Okay, so that gives me those. Now, I may just have to do it this way. Like that. Okay, no problem there. It's the middle I'm kind of concerned with. Nope, works fine. All right, so that's 223 now. So that was what I had on there before. So I have just redone this and doubled it. So no more whining. I don't have enough water. I don't have enough hydration. I am definitely hydrated now. Okay. I'm just going to do it this way because I want to merge them together. And then I can split it from there into this kind of thing. So that gets its little feed. Take that out. Yeah. And so I'm going to do another one right here. That gives me this feed to that. That gives me a feed up to here. And then I can still do the thing I had as the carbon refiner. There we go. Now think, you know what? No, I'll keep it separate because maybe I don't have carbon in the source thing right there. So, you know, maybe need something else. I'll need carbon in there, so that will work. So it did not line it up. Okay. And then, of course, an output box there. Hopefully 500. What? Oh man. All right, I'm just gonna wing it like this because I'm hoping that, you know, hey, this is not gonna be running at that same time. You know, give me some credit here. All right, yeah, steel alloy, osmium. I got plenty of that, so we're gonna start with that. There we go. Okay. It was equal parts. Yeah. So I just need an even number of stacks. Okay, well, half of a stack there. All right, fine. That will give me at least some osmium alloy going. And I want to go get some more carbon. So I think, well, I'll need, I'm gonna have to check and see. I know I need some of this for something. There goes that. So yes, it is going to produce those. I'm just going to let that run for a little bit. Get some of those supplies. Ship. And the old jetpack. Yeah, the jetpack needs ship related parts. So I need to figure that out. Kind of like the idea of jetpack. That could help with moving faster, right? 2 ship engines, which I will need for our stuff. So steel alloy. Okay, I'm gonna have to make that. Ceramic component. What is the ceramic component require? Silica. Okay, that's easy enough. That's a refiner. Which I have the part producer and assembly machine. I got plenty of silica right there. Ah, okay. You know what? I need filters. Sulfur ore. Did I not have some right? Yep, there we go. Go ahead and make a bunch. I think that I only can make 10, but I didn't count. I just did it. All right, there it goes. So yeah, thinking about it, like this requires sulfur ore and the iron plates. So I need an iron spot to make the plates, and I need sulfur right by it. If I can find iron and sulfur together, I build a spot specifically make filters. Storage, I just go pick it up. Well, I kind of like the idea of trying to get the cargo ship going so I could fly to multiple spots, fill the cargo up, then go in and drop the parts off among multiple warehouses, whether tier 2 or, you know, tier 1. And just, or, you know, if I have containers, I can just have a container with a label on it, say, okay, this is iron plates, this is this. I'll go dump the stuff in there and it fills from there into each row of the warehouses, meaning I have a reserve till the warehouse starts to run low, and then it's, oh, you know, I guess I need to go get some more. Like this, I need to sort that there. Free up some space. And you know what? There we go, copper ingots. What was it? Filters. Oh, yeah, the refiner. Make a refiner, which does that requires, okay, never mind. I'll take this out. And I got 2 carbon fiber. Okay, so all that stuff dumped. That. Okay. The basalt can go there. It's fine. I need the basalt concrete. Oh, since I need it to produce things, let's get ceramics going. So there we go. I can put that in, let it just produce one batch at a time right now while I just get started. Okay, you know, think I could shift click to put it in there, but no. Felonious. All right, you got popcorn? I do not have popcorn. Timmy does not have popcorn. We should have some popcorn. Okay, yeah, throw that in there. Those, like that. Boom, and that. Yeah, I think this is, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna set it up. Right now, I know I need iron plates and such for stuff, so. Ooh, wait, actually. Where is it? Spicy cheddar popcorn. You had me at spicy popcorn. That's enough to say. All you had to do is say that. Yeah, say I got supplies. I can do this. This way it keeps it higher up. And I don't have to worry about stuff being in the way. Right? It'll work. Not quite. Well, I can kind of overlap a little bit, but they're not quite fitted to the exact width there. Not that I need them to be. There we go. And I don't even need it to be super fast on this. I just need it to be able to dump supplies in and keep it topped off. There we go. Keeps it up out of the way. If I want to reach it, then... Okay. And I have not done signs. So, do... Oh, copper plate. Well, I thought they would be glass, you know, or something like that, but okay. Wow, that's all I got? 30? Oh, there we go. You know, let me put that somewhere. There. Oh, copper plates. Okay, good. I was about to say, I surely should have some of those. So, for ship engines, I only need 5. I got that going. The fast rotor, graphite rods. Okay, I need to get graphite rods. And then gear assembly. Or is it? There. Gear and osmium. Okay, so again, osmium ingots. I got those. You know, as soon as I build out everything exactly to fit what I need from here, I'll get something new and I need now to split something off. So I don't like to build super complicated stuff too early. Unlock stuff first, then refine things later. All right, so I need 2 of those, which means I need 8 assemblies. So 16 rods, that's not bad. Graphite rods. I need some graphite rods, and I don't have those being produced right now. So, go grab some graphite. As their consideration is the fact that I have to have water in certain proximity. Unless I don't have to build over something, so tunnel drill. I drill a tunnel through the mountain area over here and run pipes through there. Since fortunately there does not seem to be a limit on the amount of water through a pipe right now, which is good. I think if they had a limit on the water through the pipe right now, I'd probably be like, yeah, never mind. I'll come back to this game later when they actually fit some of the issues. Yeah, I could just drill right through the wall there. To okay, it's not giving me the heat warning now, which is good because I did upgrade. I've got the cooling system, and I'm not taking injury now, so that's good. I'm gonna go over here and get this because I'll probably need some of this. Means now I can look at possibly doing the you know, I've got enough osmium ingots back at the base, so that will wait. It's probably time for me to do more expanding on the platform, because I'm sure my amount of yeah, 3600, which is nice. I mean, that's 3,600 blocks I have ready to go in terms of cement right now because of those warehouses over there. You know, other than the fact that, of course, a warehouse does not provide access where I can just say, hey, I need this. Let me take some out and put it in my inventory real quick to feed in here. You can only use it when you're crafting stuff, building stuff. It is kind of interesting. I could just do like a warehouse at every location needed and have you know, the parts like made on site, not have to worry about shipping stuff in. Again, other than the fact that I would still have to ship stuff in order to have them for, like, okay, the alloy thing, I need access to these. I can't just go and grab it from the air by using the warehouse as a dumping point. So I still need conveyor transport to here, and of course I still need stuff to go into a warehouse. I can't just say, hey, have this warehouse collect all this stuff without an input point for it. So yeah, it still puts me in kind of a, what do I need, where do I do with this, you know? I'm gonna do the graphite rods because I got plenty of the other stuff right now. So there goes that. I'm gonna grab more gold to match my osmium, so I get a few more of those done real quick. And then with that, that'll finish up the osmium alloy. Work on the steel alloy, and from there, it should be done. Okay. All about how I got 4 left over. Seems like an odd count. Okay. So gives me just dump those there. So I need 12 full stacks. It's over here, right? Or no, it's over here. Think. Yep. Keep missing it. Okay, so boom. Done. Ooh, you know what? Let me probably should park it closer. I got plenty of battery. Yeah, they need to fix the ship. Look at this. It's trying to, because I'm not perfectly level, it's trying to, like, shift me along. Okay, so that will go. Then after that, we'll select that one, get that going. That has given me some graphite rods. I will go ahead and dump them over here. Also, yeah, gotta do the signs. That was mean to do before. I'm not planning to do any conveyors into these right now, and that should go past it anyway. So this is going to be do iron plates, iron rods first, kind of some of the basic stuff. Oh, that should be white on that. That should not be a black text. That should be like a white text on it. Okay, I'm not sure on that what I want to do there yet, but I'll get those going. These random ones will go. Oh, you know, I need copper stuff probably. Do some more of the copper there, so we'll get some basic. Just loading up on the basic materials on that one. I'll get the second one loading up with some other stuff. Then the third one to get my stack size increased higher over there. That will give me that. And then from there, I mean, really, I'll just do the tier 1. It's cheaper to build, and it's the same amount of storage. The tier 2 only benefit is the fact it's got output, which I'm not worried about the output, and each one increases your stack size up to a maximum of X, which I want to say was 50. Okay, the fact that it's easy to accidentally hit that is kind of a problem. And it is flowing. Good. I guess whoever was creating this decided they did not like the, like, oh, here's a single container. Here's a double container because it's twice as tall kind of thing of a SaaS factory. Is like, you know, why not just go ahead and we'll make a warehouse to store everything and act as like your distribution point. And they obviously liked the whole, which I want to say, I can't remember when it was, if it was right before full release or at full release. They added a similar function in SaaS Factory, but it's in-game function where you can take items, put them into a, I can't remember what they call it, but it's a container, looks like this, but it makes your stuff, anything that goes in there, available map-wide. I think you had to have like an inventory add-on upgrade thing for it to work, but it gave you that ability. So somebody was like, you know, I like that. I just don't like it being locked to the very end when you need it earlier in the game than the very end of the game. I'll go this way. So yeah, 450. I got plenty more going in, so we'll do 2. That. See, 3 per side is definitely not a problem. 3 expansions per side. Because it's 450 per expansion, so technically, you know, 10, 4,500. I'm limited to 3,600, depending again on how fast it can refill. I don't think 900 will fill in quite fast enough for me to do 10 total. 5 expansions per side, so 3 per side, 6 total. And we'll see how far down it takes me. Okay, and I got enough for 1 more on each side. Maybe by the time I'm done with one, it'll be enough for another one if I want to do that. But nope, we'll stick with just that. So I can do 4 on each side based on it being full and having some reserves ready to go from the conveyors. And of course the forges and so forth. They're ready to start dumping stuff in. So why not go ahead and do a little bit more? right there. It just keeps going. Boom. All right. More space. Oh, yeah, and 54% of demand because I'm using so much. It's that, or maybe the water value is down. Is my water level decreasing? Am I draining so much water from this clearly part of like a larger sea area? No, let's see if I can get another warehouse. Iron beam, glass pane. Okay. Got busy chatting with parents, then ate dinner early. And you didn't bring any dinner for Timmy. Tisk tisk, Jenny. Okay, no, that's still going. So I've got, I mean, look at that. That's that size. That's that size. I got enough room for a third one, and that will bump me up to a stack of 50 size. After that, I can just go regular, you know, whatever, tier 1 size. So, yep, that's going. Building out more of those. Keep that kind of going. All right, glass panes, not a problem. Wait, no, it was 90, wasn't it? Yeah, 90. Yes, so I got 120. Good. Okay. What? Oh, no, that's 90. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and steel beams. Iron plate, iron rod. Well, good thing I have a lot of those. Just go ahead and dump that in, let it run. I need to do that anyway. Stockpile a bit. I really don't want to worry about fancy stuff. Like, I don't want to have catalytic converters necessarily in there. You know, it's not like I'm going to be building them constantly, but iron beams go into a lot of things. So I would like to keep focus on the fundamental blocks more than anything else. No. Stuffed from potato soup and a sandwich. And Doggy wants dinner early too. You hear that, Timmy? And Timmy didn't even eat his lunch today. He had some eggs this morning, courtesy of me sharing with him. So he, I guess, didn't feel like having lunch because he already got some eggs. And I need a total of 60, well, 59. You know, let me just grab what I have. Since oh yeah, there we go. That. Glad to make extra. Yep. Oh, iron plates that can go in to the other thing. Let me look. Iron. Yeah, since I've got that going, I don't need to have anything stored here like that. Seriously, gotta have a little. I need a buggy just to get around at this point. Let's see. All right, back up 1200. There we go. Sort. Yes. Don't need a huge amount of glass panes just yet, but if I start doing glass blocks, which that did not look very glassy. Like, it's a very dark glass. I can collect it again. That's good. Okay, so Let's go with this. There we go. And we do get rid of the same. I may do a glass block set then. Yep. You know, Jenny's either snacking or eating dinner. We know that. That's her normal thing. Gotta snack or eat dinner. I'm gonna put some glass panes in there. Just because I might start doing not glass planes, glass panes. There we go. Yeah, definitely about to get this one kind of bumped up a bit. I feel like I just want to set up some spot where I basically just say, you know, this is where I need to send all my stuff that requires water for refinement type of thing over here. I'm sending the water-based stuff over to this spot. So anything that needs to go to that will get shipped there. Even if it means I take the stupid cargo ship to manually do it. Because water, you know, Satisfactory, water could be kind of a hassle in certain places. But the fact you could like overclock things and do stuff like that kind of helped a little bit in that aspect. Also, picking the right spot for certain things, like where you need a bunch of coal plants, made a big difference too. Star Rupture is a constant remodel. Yep. It's the same thing with this, you know, that's why I don't want to build a fixed infrastructure too early in the game. I never do that. You know, it takes a while, even in Satisfactory, for me to get to the point where I say, oh, I'm going to do the setup for, you know, iron and copper. You know, here's my iron and copper base. That's, you know, I'm setting it up now way down the road where it's like, okay, I've got enough upgrades. I've got, you know, Mark II conveyors, or I got this, and I know I can build it and not have to worry about changing it for a little while. So I wish they had done a better job with the blueprints in Satisfactory, because that was one of the big things that could have made it a much better game and just really pushed them much further than if they had, you know, if they had stuck with Steam and done the Steam Workshop integration from the get-go, share your blueprints and everything like that. People could say, here's a simple starting setup. Just pipe your iron in and it'll do this. You know, everybody could have been sharing their designs, and it probably would have, in my opinion, made them a good bit more money, because they would have got way more sales faster than doing the stupid, we're going to be an Epic exclusive thing. Okay, I need a bunch of iron ingots, and my iron is being processed right now. So I don't exactly have an overflow of that. We'll go set that up. Good thing I got iron stuff over there. Wonder if I have to make fuel for the jetpack to keep it active. Okay, has large iron deposit, large iron deposit. We're just gonna build off of this one. Oh, advanced miner, I forgot. Okay. Support for conveyors. Well, that's got support for conveyors. Not sure why you have to make that special announcement for it. It's already done. Okay. And to a forge. Let me get that. Okay, and into I'm just gonna do a bigger container. Well, no, it's fine. I can do this. At least conveyors are a little bit more forgiving in this game than in Satisfactory in some cases. Still need vertical conveyors added to this. Okay. Let's see, I was working on that. So iron beam. See how my beamage. Hey, look at that. Exactly the 60 I need. Okay. This is gonna keep doing this because I'm not really using those right now. All right, just take a whole stupid row. There we go. Back. She's back. Had to give the dog early dinner. And you know what? Just for now, I'll put it in here because that will feed. And there's room for it to go in there. So there we go. That'll feed there. It's good enough. That will get me those. And I will have enough for yet another one of these. That will max out my stack size. And I'm going to turn this one into kind of the random smaller bundle items. So good thing I built far enough out for it. See, how much? Oh, I'm getting close to 3,600 again, maxing out on my cement. So go ahead and keep expanding. Really not expecting a lot to come from that direction because there's a lot of stone in that direction. That's why I was originally going to build the cement farm over there. Okay. And got enough for, well, I got more than enough for 2 more. I could do probably 3 per side, but just need to get 2 done for now. I keep hitting shift on this to speed it up because I always feel like I'm running, you know, I want to run, but it's, you know, decline in altitude, go into the ground. I feel like that should have been control. Kind of a typical thing for crouch, especially here it's crouch, so I don't know why that's not crouch on that side. Graphite rods, take those out for now because I got, yeah, I can do the osmium, the Mark III conveyors right now, but I don't really have that huge of a need for it to be Mark III yet. I can just dump random stuff in there. I'll get this cleaned up a bit, use up that on the conveyors, and then I'll do the same thing I did there. What the? Glass panes. Gone. What did I use the? Oh, there. Okay, I was like, what was it? I was like, I used all my glass panes up already. Alright, so random stuff for right now. And there. I hear you, Jason. I like a good, clean layout. That's why Satisfactory always drove me to the point I was like, I gotta quit. when I restarted after full release, I got to a point where I was like trying to start my first large iron and copper factory, and I just got to a point I was like, I'm tired. I don't want to do this. I don't want to fuss with this now. And I just dropped it at that point. And I haven't been back to it since, so yeah. At some points it just gets where it's like, I just can't keep going. Was it? Okay, I need ruby ore. And I can explore now without heat damage, so I can go do that soon. There we go. Steel alloy and the fast rotors just okay. So I got that. I got gold wiring. I probably just need to grab that. And you know what? Why not take that? Glass pane, yeah. Those glass pane, circuit boards. Oh, I got rotors over there. I got filters over there. Again, that is so useful when you're trying to like craft things, but when you're not crafting, there, take a bunch of glass panes. You know, when you need to feed it somewhere else, the warehouse does not help. Unless you're feeding it out of the warehouse. You mentioned earlier, some people make it look really easy, and I'm like, I get it. There are some people who just like that kind of, that style logic works for them. That doesn't work for me. You know, some of those people also probably, you know, if you hit them up with logic in like, say a computer network or something like that, they may also suffer the same problem I suffer with Satisfactory, where it's just overly complicated for what it seems like it should be. But I can, you know, go in and rewire a computer network and it's not a problem for me. For me, the gameplay for me is more about the creative side of things. So I'm thinking more in line with, what can I build to look nice here, you know? Not what can I build to, you know, drive me crazy. Oh yeah, the last time I played Satisfactory before full release, or when full release hit, and I was before I decided to start over, I spent at one point a lot of time remodeling every single major spot, including, like, I already had a train that fed from like a certain place into my main base and into my large automated storage system. But I rebuilt that entire setup at a different location for more copper, and it was all copper based stuff. And it was, I built it with a kind of the blueprint approach of, I wanted to have a repeating floor plan where it's like, okay, this floor is only going to do these items, but it's the same layout per floor. So I would go each floor, and each floor just covered certain items. And if I wanted to, I just needed to add more extractors, drills to bump it up or bump production up to a certain point. I basically mapped it all out to how each floor needed to flow to optimize everything. And, you know, I did that, and I built it where I was using the drone delivery. But basically, I built it where I had the drone. I knew this is where I'm going to do the drone for this. But right now, I just want to worry about getting, you know, I'm going to do the train platform for it, the train connection. But I started off, I built everything where it would feed to the same spot as what I was going to do the train. Like, oh, this is where I want the train to pick it up. And I just started with the drone station. And it was... Or no, actually that was before I got the drone. So I started it with, I literally would just drive down there and pick up stuff. with like a truck. Just go up there, pick it up, transfer it over, drive back. I just did it like, okay, it's gonna be a pain to do it, but I'll go get a huge amount of storage, go dump it up. It goes into my automated system, and then from there I can push it to wherever I need it to go. And then finally, after I rebuilt that one, I rebuilt the bauxite area. I rebuilt my coal and my steel area where I was producing that stuff. And there was one more I did. I rebuilt like, it's like the oil and everything. I had all these areas scattered way out. And I rebuilt every one of them with a train station designed for that. And I was like, okay, the first car is going to be the copper stuff. Then it's going to go here and get this. And the second car, then it's going to go here third. I had it all planned out, made a whole circuit. I mean, you know, the planning part and then having to rebuild everything was the biggest headache to say, okay, I'm going to rebuild this so this will work with this train station. And after I got all done, I got it set up and I had the train delivering in. It got to a point where the train would deliver and I was getting so much stuff. It was taking so long for my sorting system to actually sort everything. I had to go in and rebuild the sorting logic to optimize it better while still trying to empty train stuff. So I was actually taking stuff from the train, like where the train cars would dump in. I was taking stuff from there and literally just carrying it into the sorted storage area myself to speed things up, because I was really struggling to get everything pulled in quick enough, and I had to rebuild the whole thing. Not the whole the system, but the sorting part with the smart splitters where it would tell which one it was. I had to go in and fix that. And then I ran into a problem with overflow again. I had to go and fix some things as far as the overflow. It just turned into another massive headache, and it took me forever to get it fixed. And then once I got it all fixed and working, it was like, great. Now I got this spot way over here and I need to transfer stuff. I'm just going to go with drones. And I then added a drone feature in on top, like above where the trains were. I built a platform for just drone receiving and had to incorporate it into the sorting mechanism, which then slowed things down again. And it was like, yeah, this is why I can only get so far. Once I get to a point, I'm like, I'm done with this. I'm like, that, you know, that's it. I need a break kind of thing, you know, and I just kind of lose my position on it. I said, I'm gonna go ahead and put 50 in. That should give me 50 more in storage, I think is what it is. So should be 150. So I'm gonna produce 50 more. So I need 250. Trying to even this out finally. I hope. I'm gonna have to make one of the big industrial drills now to speed this up. Oh, actually, yeah. Where? Okay, I love how it says oxygen on that, but it doesn't tell me power usage. I am producing 400-ish megawatts. I'm producing 990, so oh yeah, it's a pain when you have to rebuild stuff like that. Again, well, I only get so far in games that goes over the top with it. Like when you're sitting there, either a spreadsheet or just a notepad, you know, writing out, okay, this many per second from this to this. So if I have this and produce this much, I need to have this many of this. Then I need to have this many of this. I need to go this way. And you're kind of drawing it out and writing down the rates so you can make sure you get it the right. You know, you're not going to have a backup anywhere. You're doing kind of like some of the car places. Honda, I know, does just in time. So it's based around them getting just enough resources in to keep the production going. So it's constantly, you know, you got, if a shipment's late, it slows production down once they go through their buffer. But that's typical in some of those because they don't want to have to worry about having a super large inventory. They don't want to have a big warehouse for inventory. They want to have just enough to keep production going steadily. And, of course, I'm gonna have to put something over here. Oh, coal. There's some coal. Not just getting carbon. Let's see, I need 30 ruby. Okay, so there's that. Oh, that's... Let's see what that is over there. This looks like a better spot. There's more stuff right here. Quartz and ruby. Yep. Okay, if I'm gonna build, I'm gonna build right here. So I need power. This can withstand extreme conditions. I basically just need hard gems, diamond, and ruby. Okay, I don't have the supplies for that, so I can't even mine that right there. So that goes out. Yeah, see, I'm now getting like a headache from this, like thinking on some of this. This is, you know, getting at a point of I'm getting a headache now. Because again, I'm doing more thinking of like the logic of it, the logistics, and not the creative part that I like. I know I got more ruby spots inside, so I'm gonna look for some more loose ruby. I think it was over here. I had a bunch. Or at least there's a spot. Now that I'm not dying of heat stroke quite so quickly. Copper. I just want to get the necessary ruby for this upgrade. Ooh, diamond. Grab some diamond. Cobalt. Sure, I got cobalt being mined elsewhere, so it's only advantageous if I need to combine them. Iron, copper. Okay, I got a good bit of stuff here, depending on how I need it to work. Now, I'm wanting to try the steamroller and such for, you know, the terrain leveling and all that, but the more I think about it, the more concerned I am that I'll steamroll over a deposit, and there goes the deposit I was trying to make something nice and flat around to build. Well, I kind of want to just keep doing the building with this. And oh, I forgot about the storage upgrade. So it was 1,800 per at 4. Oh no, it's 9 stacks across by 5, so 45. Oh, Going a little fast. And flew right past. 45 stacks per side. That was 40 each. So I added basically another 450 worth of storage capacity. So that's 900. So that should put me at 4,500. What the? Yeah, see, there's that thing. If it's not perfectly level, it does not want to land correctly. So I should hit 4,500 as my maximum now on cement. Oh, what am I doing? I gotta go back this way. Okay, I got those. We'll put that. Iron. Well, you know what? Take that. Oh, yeah. Analyze ruby ore. Advanced assembler. Conveyor sorter. Finally got a sorter. Okay. And advanced miner version 3. Wait a second. I haven't even built version 2 yet. Warming unit. Okay. Is warming unit an upgrade? Freezing temperatures. Yep. Okay. So for the cold area. And I need amethyst ore. Oh, and my power is way down because of it's nighttime. So I need to look at making battery cells, I guess, so I can have a storage thing. Cobalt ore. So okay, I can do that. That's easy enough. Okay, take the gears. So I use quite a bit of gear as well. My production is going to be slow right now because I don't have enough power. What was it? Iron beams and gear. We'll just do those. It's also kind of interesting how far away you can interact with certain things on this. I mean, look, I'm interacting with that warehouse way over there. There we go. 4,500 cement is 450, 90 by 5, so 450. So I literally now have exactly enough, even without extra production happening while I'm building. I can do 10 rounds of expansion on this. So I can do 5 groups per side. Oh, I just thought about it. You know, I'm getting close to the toxic area again, showing on the water. So I was like, I wonder how I'm doing on oxygen. You notice I am far enough away now from my base that my oxygen is down. I cannot breathe as well. It's slower oxygen loss, but it's still a case of I have built so far out now, I am losing oxygen quality. Okay, now there. All right, so from 20% to 14.9% in one step, and 20% is enough to increase my oxygen slightly. 14.9% is enough to decrease my oxygen at the slowest. So it's that literal one step. I can't breathe well enough anymore. All right, let's see how I'm doing on these. Oh, great. Okay, I'm going to toss these in. You know what? I don't have it sorted yet. I'll toss them in. Let's see, I have room over here. Yeah, do that. There we go. Okay. So, steel alloy, osmium alloy. I've got a bunch of other stuff in there. I should have enough to start building a bunch of things. I hope. I need to get some more going here. So, oh. Still don't have... What? I'm out of iron rods. Oh, I put the wrong thing in there. Put that there. There we go. Okay, it's working. Again, make some more of those. All right. Jetpack. I still want to get the jetpack at least. So I've got an AI chip. Fast rotor. A 4-gear assembly. So osmium ingots, which I have consumed all of them for the alloy. So, okay. I gotta go back, grab some osmium ingots. And that is what I need for ship engine. So I'm hoping I have enough so I can go ahead and do the jetpack and maybe go ahead and knock out the cargo ship. The rover is about to be not a rover, but just my little get around my base platform vehicle. I think I am about to start looking at some of these spots and deciding how I want to build out self-contained work areas so they can do what they need to do in each little location, and I just fly out and grab stuff and then dump it into storage as I need. Yeah. And I still need to do the, was it the, hang on, let me find it. The reinforced compartment. I gotta build 5 of those. So I've got insulation layers and storage at the gold outpost. I just need to get that and some of the air supplies pulled. Not a problem. think I'll go ahead and do that real quick. And I need to build the... There's a computer thing. Computer research thingy. Something. Mainframe, whatever. Okay, I can take that, and that's full. So now here's what I did, is I set this up to produce not that, but, well, actually, yeah, insulation layer. Okay, that's supposed to go produce, oh, that's right, it looks weird because it ran right through it for some reason. Has no problem running through a machine with the conveyors, apparently. I'll let that go and build up some insulation layer supplies. Yeah, I kind of wish this did the same as Planet Crafter, where it was planet-wide or, you know, map-wide as far as your power production. I'm thinking the train may be the same as in Satisfactory, where it ties power production between outposts together. Be ideal. But yeah, I wish we could kind of just have power shared across the planet, the map, so I wouldn't have to worry about certain things like that. Let's see, we're gonna do 20. I got supplies for it, so we'll do 20 because I can hold a stack of 50, so it shouldn't be a problem. And then that gives me, should be enough to get those going to create the ship engines to make me a jetpack, because that's totally how you want to make a jetpack. Slap a full-sized jet engine to your back. Not just one, 2 of them. That's a small engine if you're gonna hoist it around on your back. I'll tell you, it's got some kind of like anti-gravity technology if you can lift that thing. Yeah, so I need 2 fast rotors. Oh, that might. Yeah. Okay, just get some stuff out of the way. 2 fast rotors. Oh man, I forgot about that movie, The Rocketeer. You remember that one from the 90s? With oh, what's his name? Oh, I need to make 2 more. What's his name? You know, is The Rocketeer. I can picture his face. I just can't think of the actor's name. But, you know, it's like set in like the 40s, 50s, somewhere around, like, I would say World War II type era. And a guy, you know, finds and makes himself a little, you know, get the rocket pack going, and he's like a superhero because of the rocket pack. I can see the face, I just don't remember the name. All right, I got my jetpack. We've got to test this first. Okay, so there is a height limit. And as long as you're moving, it's fine. Seems to have like a there's definitely a slowness to it, and the drop is kind of disconcerting. Yeah, definitely a very slow acceleration forward. So if you want to use it going forward, walk first and then jump with a jetpack. Does seem it does not require fuel or power for that to work at least. Okay, so we're gonna do a vehicle. We're gonna do this. So I need 2 ship engines, 2 catalytic converters. I need phosphorus. I'll go ahead and dump this stuff over here. Yeah, Jeff Pullman. I don't think it was Jeff Pullman. It was a guy. It was a black hair. Jeff Pullman may have been in it, but he wasn't the Rocketeer. It was a guy with black hair. And I for some reason, I keep thinking Billy Zane. But no, he was the Phantom. This was not too far off from, you know, the Rocketeer and kind of the theme. I'm going to look it up. You got me questioning it now. Like, I'm trying to remember who it is. Billy Campbell. Oh, and I forgot Jennifer Connelly was in it too. Jennifer Connelly, Alan Arkin. That's the one I was thinking of. I was also thinking of. I could see his face in it. He's a good bit younger than at that point. Trying to remember what all he's been in a lot of stuff. I'm trying to remember what it is I really recognize. Oh, Incredible Burt Wonderstone is one I rewatched recently that he was in. He played the older magician. He was also the chief in Get Smart. Apparently he did Santa Claus 3, along with been on TV a bunch. But yeah, Rocketeer was Billy Campbell was the main character, who is also... He played Quincy Morris in Dracula, the 1992 version of Dracula. You know, with Gary Oldman. Of course, in that one, he had like a full... I remember the character, he had a full mustache going in that. He was the Texan. In that one. And now I've got to find... What was it? It was, I need catalytic converter. I need phosphorus. So I need to go find some phosphorus. Good thing is I've got supplies to pretty much build whatever I need at the moment. Oh, and you notice my jump is better now thanks to the jetpack. That's interesting that it's not a separate trigger, but it's like literally just makes you jump higher because you got a jetpack on. Yeah, phosphorus. I need 10 phosphorus, so not a lot. Was 2 catalytic converters, right? Yes, and then 1 controller, which I can make, so that's not a problem. So the 2 catalytic converters need 10 phosphorus total. And then I need to make 2 more ship engines. So I need to make some more gear assembly. I'll do that. Gives me enough, so I'll get the new ship too today before we're done and we get to play with it. And it'll probably be time for me to go and do some more building on the platform. All right, come on. I gotta find a phosphorus spot. Looks like quartz. There's some phosphorus there. Surely, maybe I gotta dig for phosphorus. Maybe that's the whole mine driller thing. The car for that is I gotta dig for phosphorus. Oh, that does help with movement as long as you are already moving. You gotta have momentum before you jump to keep moving around quickly. Target where I'm targeting. rock deposit, rock deposit. So jetpack simply uses the same energy as running. It seems that would be a separate thing, really. Like, I guess I'm using robotic legs or something to help me run faster. Huh. Not sure what that is. It's probably rock. But there is a interesting color deposit over there. Is that sulfur? Yep, okay, got a sulfur deposit. Means I don't have to go doing transporting. If I find something nearby I need it to combine with. What is that? Phosphorus. Tell me, no. It looked like it was the little spire thing, you know, that sticks up out of the deposit. And it's literally just a piece of phosphorus sitting up on what, because of shadowing, looked like it was a single spike coming up. So apparently I'm just supposed to go around and grab phosphorus off the ground. So hopefully it means I don't ever run out. Or maybe I do find it somewhere. Maybe I get a thing to make phosphorus. Maybe that's what happens in the end. I get a recipe to craft it. Or pseudo phosphorus. I feel like I need a option for deploying a scan as I fly around with my ship. Like, scan this area, find me deposits. Instead of having to visually look at it, you know? Okay, let me look at this again, just make sure. So yep. 1 controller, 2 catalytic converters, and 2 ship engines. So is the catalytic converter, need 2. One controller. And then to make 2 ship engines. Hey, oh, I'm going to have to make more. I was thinking 2, and it was 2 fast rotors, but I need 4 for the 2. Okay, gold wiring. I need some more gold wiring. Gold ingot and rubber. Oh, I know I got gold ingots being produced. I got rubber being produced, so I need some gold ingots. Let me get this going so I at least have the ship. I can see what advantage it offers. And then we're gonna look at some. We're gonna look at least at one new location. I want to find something. So okay, I need to have a setup. I don't even need a landing pad unless the cargo ship has an auto loading thing, like you can have it go there, land it, and it'll automatically load from, you know, cargo storage containers. Though I'm sure that speed wise it would not be the fastest option for that. But building some kind of setup where I can just go there and, oh yeah, I'll grab rubber. You know what? Yeah, there you go. I want to go there, go set up something where I can have it producing at least certain specific parts. And then I, you know, can turn around, fly over there, grab it, bring it back, drop it off for the storage, and then start kind of building out like the basis of, okay, this produces this stuff here in high quantity. This produces this stuff here. I just literally go there, grab it, bring it back, drop it off, and it goes into a warehouse for me to use crafting wise, since I'm not to the point I want to go through a full-size recipe yet for, hey, produce these things in a large quantity, you know. I saw that used on the version 3 miner, so I know I'm going to use the frame, but like, how often am I going to need to use wheels? You know, if I'm not using wheels except for the vehicles, I don't need to have an automated thing for that. While we wait. See a shirt getting dirty here? You know what that's from? Timmy being naughty. I found out he's been making smudges on his shirts at times, and I've been trying to figure out what it was, and I noticed it the other night. I actually watched as a smudge appeared. He's been walking, when we go outside sometimes, he'll walk close to my car. He's not just walking close to it, he's been rubbing his back along the underside of the exhaust pipe. So he's been literally rubbing his back on the exhaust pipe, getting dirt on it. So now I've had to put him back on the leash so that he can't rub on the exhaust pipe. Yeah, that is what I've had to do now. Gear assembly, I need osmium ingots. Let's grab those. So let's say, okay, I need 2 more, so I need 8. I don't want extra for these. I just need those to get to this. I have a new ship, and I think that might be the data center thing I was supposed to have. I'm not sure why that would be. Oh, it's quantum processor. I was supposed to build the reinforced site with, you know what, that's where I can focus on. I can do the reinforced location there so I can get the next upgrade. 2 of those. And we're going to put a separate cargo ship out there and decide which ship I want to keep using. That's a smaller looking one. It's sleeker though. Okay, so instead of 2 rows, I get 4 rows. I want to try it out. Don't you do it. Okay. So same amount of that. It looks better. I like the fact that it's got that. Not seeing anything that indicates a full-on, hey, you're going here and automatically picking up. It looks like it's just a better looking ship than our default one we get. So it's gonna come here. Definitely better on the landing part of it. leave that there, but I'm going to definitely build a platform for that ship to pick up and drop off stuff over there at some point. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Charge it. Okay. Go put some stuff in storage. Okay, there goes that. I don't know why I've got some rock. Oh, I know it destroys some of the ground at one spot. That's right. Phosphorus will go there. The other two things will go. Fine, I'll just let it go full. There's also something I noticed when you're falling, like actual falling, where you like, you know, you're falling off a cliff. Watch what happens with the heads-up display. It literally like zooms it. Like basically it zooms it out of frame. I don't get that. I'm not sure why that would be the case. I don't know what logic there is behind doing that, but that is a thing. So, ooh, perfect. You know, we'll just go ahead and do this. Okay. Probably need to look at moving it, but yeah, before I go putting a set of stairs on it. May just go ahead and build me some new batteries. What is it? Right here? Nope. There. Oh, I got enough refined cobalt. I got plenty sitting over here too, so, or should have. Yep. Sulfur ore, got plenty of that. So, just need 3, you know, for the vehicle. That'll give me that. And what was that one? I think that's a portable scanner. That's why I haven't built yet. Rock deposit scanner, yeah. Lets me go and scan for stuff while I'm out moving around. Very, very slow turning. Extra big, so I don't have to worry about missing it when I land. Stairs is what I did. I think on the other one. Or no, I did actual stairs. Wait, that's interior stairs. The exterior stairs. Won't snap to it, so apparently is not liking that. Let's see if it'll snap on this side. Nope. Okay. So, bumpy ramp it is. All right, that is good. Again, I'm not seeing anything else that requires wheels, so And then the hangar for land vehicles, which could, I guess, go, you know, somewhere right here if I decide to do that. Let's see. Task. Oh. Amethyst, advanced assembler, diamond drill, laser, okay, and gem cutter gives me, okay. No. I need to do a research base with a reinforced compartment. It just says 1 and 5 data center units. So, data center. Okay. So, I got everything else. I'm just going to make the 20 computers that I need. Okay, yeah. Good thing I made a bunch of circuit boards. And even more right here. So I'll make the 20 computers. That gives me that. Because that's a data center unit. So yeah, I need 5 of them. That's going to be 10 basalt concrete. So I got that. And yeah, everything else is fine. Just need 20 of those. And then I'm going to do more than one compartment. I don't want to, like, you know, crap myself in there. So I really wish you could set this going, crafting, and then walk away and come back to it being done. Because this is, you know, it takes 4 items to do that, and I don't think I've got, maybe that's the advanced assembler thing I unlocked. I can do that where I can just put 4 items in and let it build. Granted, again, crafting, I don't have to worry about picking stuff up to do it. I don't have to go get stuff out of inventory to do this. I just craft. Ultimately, I'm thinking about it. Probably what I'm going to end up doing is 2 crafting parts into a selected result. That's what I've got there. And then the event similar, it's 3 parts into 1 output. So that's 3. That's still not enough to do a 4-piece item. So I still have to get 1 more after that. That does seem like an unnecessary extra step in there. Like, why not just go ahead and make it and get this that way? And I kind of want to do this too, so I want to, yeah, I don't have to do that, but okay. Alloy, iron beams, I need to get some more iron beams going, and I am probably running on low power at the moment because it's nighttime. I'm just gonna take this out, Not sure why that was an uneven number, but okay. Let me just, I'm gonna get this set right. So 150 and 250. Okay. Yep. Oh wait, no, I did it wrong. I did put 1, 2, 3, yeah, and then that. You know what? I need to put some more stuff in storage. Anyway, so. And we're going to take the cargo ship out there anyway, because why not take the new ride out for a good run? Okay. Iron beams. Toss the circuit boards in for right now. So let me double check that I got what I need. Base. I need to bake one of those. I got the stuff showing there for those 5. That's basalt. Okay, basalt concrete. I probably want to grab some more. I'm gonna do more than one setup. Yeah, everything else I'm good on. I need more basalt concrete, which I made a bunch of over here. Thought I had put more. Maybe it's in here where I tossed some. Yes, there we go. I think I'm gonna end up having pocket outposts for quite a while, producing small combinations or very specific set of items. And then the only production I'm gonna do over here eventually is I'm gonna have it where I come and basically land here and or have a train or whatever, and I'll have some of the more complex constructions being done here. And ultimately I'm just gonna set up a whole bunch of warehouses to dump everything into. So everything will be, you know, into its own little warehouse. I'll have plenty of storage. I'll probably just still build the tier 2 so I can combine with the output if I need to. And that way, if I ever take some out, I'll still be able to maintain the minimum stack size of 50 or maximum stack size of 50. It's a definitely better looking vehicle. You actually see yourself in the vehicle right up front. I guess because you don't have the front fins on it, this is why it stores more cargo. So we're gonna do my task of setting up this part, this research base, just because I have to have that. And then what I want to do is hoping the geothermal one can be placed anywhere as long as it's a hot region and I can place it in the right spot, that it will provide me with a wider area of power. And so then I'm going to set this area up for some hefty production. So I'll do that. And obviously I need a door to get in. I don't want to have just the one compartment. You know, I gotta have a little bit more room to stretch my legs. You know, it requires you have one, but you know, I can't be in that little cramped area. Okay, inside. Oh. It added a door because of the rotation. What? Yeah, they need to fix that too. Yeah, this is not well done right now compared to other similar games. Like, it should handle that better. Sure to add a stupid door somewhere. Now, it's furniture, right? Yeah. Oh, got it. Okay, so that's... Let me just look here at this. Establish a research base in the hottest region of the planet. That's where I'm at. Using a single reinforced compartment and 5 data center units, right? 1 compartment, 5 units. Well, the unit apparently takes up a wall. So if I do that, then that was 2 walls out of 4, or 2 walls out of 3 because I have the doorway to get in. So how am I supposed to do this in a single compartment? Answer: I'm not. I'm not supposed to do that. There we go, water pump version 2. Okay, and a better water purifier. I'm gonna leave this spot just so I have, like, hey, there's a place I can get in out of the weather if I should need to. But yeah, I want to turn this into a little proper production outpost. I think this will be the first one. Just gotta figure out how I need to merge items together. If I do, I know steel alloy would be the iron and the graphite. Take some basalt. Oh, hey. Go, all right, go back. Reverse. I just noticed it. Right there, cave. Doesn't really stand out, but I saw the opening kind of going back. Hey, phosphorus here too. Did I just run over some? That's it. That's not much, but a little bit of phosphorus in a diamond. It's more phosphorus. And it didn't seem like being in the cave made a difference on my temperature rating. Oh wow, it's a base, but this is not a base. Interesting that it's like, oh yeah, that one counts, but not the other one. No. Like the one you've already been working out of, we don't count that as a base. It doesn't get a house icon. That's definitely a flaw. That does not logically make sense. And I don't remember hitting anything special on that one. So, I want to say it's not me. Charging. It does seem like that uses more power, though. Even though it says 10 minutes, it seems like it drains power faster than the other one. Okay, let's do the basalt concrete, because I feel like I just need to get a bunch of that going now. Okay. So that's one thing I can do over there. Instead of the raw basalt, I can have it go right into the concrete production. I can... trying to think what else. Because over there, let's just go back. If I build out as a base, I've got, funny enough, it doesn't show the deposits there that I'm actually getting, but graphite, basalt, and osmium, which I got the large osmium one, and then large gold. I could technically turn it into a separate gold one instead of doing the gold to the side. Ruby, I'm gonna have to get the bigger drill, so I could turn this into a nice big production area for a few different things. Oh, catalytic converter for the purifier 2, composite beam. Okay, so now I'm getting into some of the fancier ones actually being required. Geothermal, composite beam. That's one I want to get real quick before we wrap up. I want to see how this does. If it does a wider area of power distribution. And I haven't done osmium drills yet, so a good chance to do some osmium drills for the first time. And I think I have the supplies for the connector. If not, then hey, you know what? Actually, that could be just a good spot. I don't think we'll be able to get it all going right now, but if I can get it set up over there just right, I could just set that up as its own warehouse over there for certain things like, hey, or 2 warehouses, you know, if I can find copper over there, then hey, I've got plated connectors. If I can't, then I could always do a organics setup as well over there. Assuming, well, I gotta have water for the organics, so to automate it. Oh, and I just got a bunch of osmium ingots and the ship too. I gotta remember that. I'm gonna, yeah, see if I can turn that outpost that I had to build into a, let's produce as many of these items as I can into a bunch, you know, 1, 2, 5 tier 1 or tier 2 warehouses, so that now it's just, it goes right in. I have a row of stuff I can construct from that, and then I'll probably, yeah, use tier 2. That way, if I need to, I can always have it flow also into a storage container where I could just go empty the storage container, the output storage container. Well, no, I'll just do an input storage container, empty that, so the production will continue. And look, my iron plate going up. Yeah, that I think works better doing it that way, having extra input. Computer 10. And then the gold connector I gotta figure out. Timmy, entertain. He's like, no, pet me. Pet me. Oh, scratches. All right, last one, and now I need 30 connectors. So copper ingots, I know I've got that here. I think, was it the same amount? Yes, it was. All right, I can do a lot. So, all right, Timmy is going to entertain for a second. I have got to really run to the restroom because I can't hold it any longer. So, BRB, watch Timmy. All right, I am back. Timmy, good job. Did you entertain? What's wrong? What's wrong? Did they scare you? Timmy's like shaking now. I guess he got scared of having to be on camera by himself. Like he had to hold it down. Oh God. Oh no. I'm so scared. Look at that twitching right there. He's just shaking. What are you shaking for? I came back. He got scared being put on camera like that. Oh no. He said, that was not nice, Dad. I didn't know what to do. Oh no, he's like, okay, I'm calm now. You're back. I wanna chew on my stick over here. He's getting his extra crunchy one, the bully stick going. All right, I got a spot to put stuff in here. Ah, there we go. Okay, I want to do those. I want to do that, and that. The ingots. Yeah, you know what? They can stay in my inventory for right now. I'm gonna get a geothermal plant built. That is a massive increase. So I've got 22 to 90 megawatts. This is 800 to 1400 megawatts, which means even at the worst, it's still going to cover way more than these. It's funny. It's got to be built in. Well, it says hot, volcanic and mesa regions, you know, optimal output. So I'm hoping that it is going to work over here because while this is not volcano, I mean, it could be a volcanic caldera, I guess. You know, it's more like a desert amongst stuff like this, but it's a hot area. It's very hot. So I would think that that should count for some geothermal stuff. If not, I'm going to be disappointed. I gotta then go look for something that says this is where you can build it. Yeah, look at that landing. Boom. All right. At this point, I don't care if it flattens things out because I just want to get in here. Providing 0 out of 12. Is it gonna start up once I get it finished? It may not actually be working right here. Nope, there goes 1400. Okay, so we got that. It's looking like it's the same size as that area. That should pretty much cover that. But now I could start compressing things together here. I've got rock production. So I can do cement. I'm still taking injury when it gets too hot here, but you know. Yeah, I'm going to see about trying to refine this a little bit in terms of production and combining some stuff together. Well, okay, I got my first geothermal. And if I ever get around to building the train system from here over there and it merges their power infrastructure together like it does in Satisfactory, I will have a lot more power ready to go. Because right now, that area, task plant analyzer, that is not a hot area. This is a hot area, so I guess I could go and build one over there. It's just the area it's going to cover is not going to help me at my base. But yeah, so And before we go, I've got to make sure to at least build another chunk on the platform. Like you can see, I have, with just some of my expansion earlier, I had enough room to add room. I had space for the third tier 2 warehouse. So now I'm going to expand some more, so I keep adding more stuff to it. Even though it apparently glitches visually from a distance. Okay, and yeah, I still got those. I got a use for graphene. Yeah, if I can find the right stuff in the other spot, I'm going to add some more, like some automated production there. Like, you know, oh, I know I got graphite over there. So, or graphene, I can produce that. And if I've got an iron spot, I can do all the stuff I need to produce the alloy over there, assuming I can get water into that area. If we don't get a limit in terms of how much water can go through a pipe, then I will gladly run a pipe all the way in there to feed everything with water. And I'm going to clear as much as I can on this. I can do 5 runs per side before I run out, not counting for the input from the conveyors and current, you know, active production. So that's 4. I'm gonna get this side while I let some stuff accumulate. So I can do the middle spine expansion. Again, I always think shift to run, because that's what it is on everything else. Control is crouch. I don't know why control does not work for that with the drone. It hides the bottom right of the heads-up display. That's what it does. There, that's enough. So we're gonna get this. I wonder if this is going to cause a problem being out over the water and not being able to produce oxygen, since oxygen is local and not, you know, spreading through the area like it should. All right, that's the size there. I can still expand out that way more if I want to, but I'm not. I'm going to kind of keep it this size here, and at some spot, I'm going to decide, let's expand out in this direction, kind of up to a certain point. Or, well, if I do it along here somewhere, then that will skirt the edge right there. I may just wait and do it like right here, and then use this open area for creating a whole set of the water pumps, so I can have a large influx of water coming from this area being routed into what I need, and I just create like that whole infrastructure out in the open and not have to be along the edge. I can build a separate little platform setup for that. And I need a car just to get around on this platform. Was it steel? beams, iron plate, and iron rod for that. So yeah, I need to check on that. Still somehow getting, like, the recipe is not lining up. And I'm not sure how that's happening, because it's 150 to 250 for a stack of 50. Yeah, 3 and 5. So 50, 150, 250. Let me double check. That's 150 plate, 250 rod. Okay. That should produce 100 total, and I should have nothing left over. But just like on the other thing where it's 3 rock to 1 cement, it's using a different value there. It's using 1 rock to 1 cement. I think this is doing the exact same. That it's using a different value than what it is supposed to use. But that should be another 100 right there. Cement, filling up gear. I may see if I can get stuff set up specifically to make that kind of stuff. Alloy forge, yeah, I'll probably need that. So I got some of those. I got stuff for that. I got that. Yeah, I need water. So that's going to be the big thing, because the refiner and the forge use water. You see it spinning around. It's that connector opposite of where the output is. And then this one's got a connector on the side. Also, this refiner to take like the basalt to make concrete needs water too. So now I'm going to start thinking about water consumption. That's 300 just between those two. That's 600 to run just one of each. That'll produce 600 per versus the one. Oh yeah, okay. I need to get some composite beams going for sure. Osmium ingots. Well, you know, I happen to have that already. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a few of those. I just got to figure out how I want to get that to there. Because that's there. I'm going to have a power infrastructure somewhere. Unless I can dig down to a water base. That could be kind of an interesting test. To see if there is a way to dig down into a... Like, there's water. Just a flat level of water across the entire map. Okay. Yeah, I need to get this transferred over because I'm going to make some more steel alloy. Yes, this was... Yes, steel alloy. So I got this whole thing over here ready for it. Yes. So that will go for a while. Okay, that's going. I'm not gonna worry about the rods. Yeah, I'm just gonna build like little pocket outposts to produce as much as I can of a certain variety in each area, and then figure out what I can do. Like, I've got a lot of deposits in this area they're picking up. And I've got a few things set up around these, so I may try to redesign, like, here's copper, here's iron, here's an osmium, cobalt, see what I can come up with as far as what can I just combine together and have it up there producing, and then I just go up there, grab it, and bring it over here to that. Like, that copper is fine, but if I can do more with it, that'd be great. So this is where I'm going to start building little small outposts. That way I don't have a major outpost to redo. And again, what I'll do here is on this side, anything that I need special, like ship it in, do a certain merger, will go there. storage warehouses will all go kind of over there to centralize how much I have for building. And see, I'm already up to 1,800 cement again. So, see you, Jason. We are about to wrap up, or I'm about to wrap up and get going. Because, yeah, it's time to get going to eat. And going back again to the logistics part of it is that headache part. This is where I need a break from the lights and from the overhead thinking on this so I can take a break and not have a headache for the whole rest of the day. But yeah, I think here at least I'll stick with some like tier 2 maybe, or get at least a couple more somewhere. I need to get... It's a hot region. I wonder how much terraforming, like adding in this kind of stuff for oxygen production over there would affect the temperature level. Like, is it going to cool it down enough that I don't get hurt, but still hot enough to generate power? Or is it going to cool it down where it generates even less power? An interesting aspect there is that that's going to have a negative impact. That's already done. Okay, it did it right this time. I think, yeah, okay. So for some reason I've just been getting extra set on these. So go ahead and get those. Just keep this going for right now. I'll find me a nice little iron spot where I can just focus on. Here, let's just make this, you know, just max it out. But okay, yep, it is time. It is nighttime. I am going to create a backup. It's basically forcing a save. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get it going. Jenny, thank you. See you too. Felonious, I'm assuming it's gonna leave just you from the chat. Timmy is down to the last little bit here. I think he is pretty much... He's on the last nub of his little bully stick. So it's he's not quite to the point it's in his mouth, but like all completely being chewed. He's still got a little bit of an actual holdable nub instead of just a chewed up stump. Always gotta watch it when he's down to that last little bit so it doesn't, one, get it stuck in his teeth somewhere and do that, but also it doesn't go back in his throat and he chokes. So yeah, Timmy, surprised he's not like whining about going out to pee, since I already had to go out to pee. Timmy, he's like, don't bother me, I'm working on this. I'm busy. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you got your Timmy time, BT. And hey, thanks for joining in. I don't think I remember seeing you chatting much. No, you were being quiet today. That's okay. It's all right to sometimes want to, you know, just be a little, you know, voyeur in the background. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up now because I need a definite break, like I said, from the lights and from overthinking, and I've got stuff I need to get done. So we'll do this next week. I'll try to have at least, if I can, maybe tomorrow or Monday, try to get like a little bit done with that desert mesa area, see if I can rework some things. But yeah, we'll pick it back up next week. More Star Rupture coming this week, of course. That's part of what I got to work on. And again, the small update for Planet Crafter, added a new creature, a couple of new caves, and the mining site on Toxicity. Just basic stuff. But the main thing is they announced, of course, another quality of life and improvements update coming, as well as, again, as I was expecting, a free moon update coming to accompany the Toxicity planet part of it. You won't have, it's a free update, so you won't have to have Toxicity to access it, but it will be a moon that kind of ties in, like this one is part of the Toxicity thing, which means we'll probably have another variation on a mechanic for it. But that is before the end of the year. They didn't say in the next 3 months. They said by end of year. So we may be waiting a while, but if we get a big update with the quality of life one, we'll go back to Planet Crafter. For now, we're going to stick with Eden Crafter for the moment, and maybe something else. I got a couple other things in mind if I burn out on Planet Crafter. But for now, that's it. Enjoy the rest of your day, rest of your weekend, and we will see you next time.